Every organization really needs a North Star, and you either have a plan or you're searching for a plan. And so we are doing so many great things in this district, but a comprehensive plan that really focuses our efforts on how we're going to provide an excellent academic program for every single student, how we're going to keep our commitment to keeping every student safe and our faculty safe, how we're going to use our resources as efficiently and effectively as possible, how we're going to have a premier workforce and keep that premier workforce, and how we're going to continue to collaborate and communicate with our community. All of those things are critically important.
In October, our Board of Trustees adopted 5 goals that targeted the 5 main areas of our strategic plan. This guided our process as we moved forward. And those goals are academic achievement, school safety, finance and operations, human capital, and communication and customer service. One of our guiding principles at the beginning of our planning process was to make sure that all of our goals, our strategies and initiatives that we put into place to achieve those key performance indicators would be aspirational but achievable. We had 3 town halls in which we gathered input from everyone.
We don't have one high school, we don't have one elementary, we have multiple schools, and even in the district is big acreage-wise, you have different demographics from each school. So you need to pull voices from all those different spots.
Taking up all of those thoughts and ideas and questions and different strategies that we see on all of the different campuses, and getting that input from our community members, from employees, from our students, from the parents of our boys and girls, we are able to put together a plan and start achieving some goals and use that data for the good of all of the boys and girls in Montgomery ISD.
The Goal 1 task force was comprised of students, teachers, parents, other district staff members, and we were able to spend months working on what we felt would be the best charted path for Montgomery ISD.
We talked about providing our teachers and students with a viable and strong and challenging curriculum, but also assessing our students and making sure they progressed and growed throughout the year, while also supporting our teachers with the tools and the resources that they needed in the classroom in order to be effective.
It was a powerful process. Our focus was school safety, and on our task force committee we had principals, teachers, law enforcement, and the thing that I thought was pretty awesome, we even had students serving on the committee. The safety of our students is the ultimate priority, not only their physical safety but also their social emotional safety. So that's something that we really talked about. You know, the mental health aspect of students these days is so important. I think it's an awesome process. I appreciate Dr. Morrison leading the charge for that in our district.
We worked with several teachers, community leaders, and even other administrators, assistant principals. When we served at the town hall meetings, we got to do some SWOT analysis and really dig deep as far as what they saw as strengths and weaknesses and things that may needed to be addressed as it related to operations and our finance. Some of the key things that came out, certainly in a time of COVID and online learning, was talking about the technology infrastructure. Also, compensation came out a lot, and so we began to work through those pieces. Also, they shared a lot of the strengths around our child nutrition program, certainly our instructional program. Our teachers are our most important assets for our district, and how that went hand in hand with wanting to make sure that we compensated them appropriately so that we can keep our quality teachers. And then looking at all our different structures as it relates to transportation, our work orders and maintenance, and how we make sure that we're addressing whether it's our students, our teachers' needs in a timely manner, and serving our campuses.
Our strength is our human capital. So our strength is in our employees and in the people that do the work in our district. We've got to do something as far as compensation, but if we're going to compensate and compete, then we also wanted to develop. Our task force was made up of so many different community members, and so the opinions and the experiences of all of those really kind of drove our next steps. Community members would bring in things from a parent perspective, and we're like, we've never thought of it like that before. Board members, we were allowed to see things from their perspective, and then of course teachers on the inside doing the work, and then our community business partners gave their perspective, and it was just a neat vision and a way to see it through a different lens.
Top-notch customer service and communications is essential for us as a district to become the premier district in the state of Texas. We met several times. We met virtually, and we also got to meet in person. And during those meetings, we came up with strengths and weaknesses. Some of the key takeaways for me while we were doing that is just obviously ways to continue to build on our customer service and ways to communicate to our district. And through that, I think one of the takeaways for me was maybe the website. I think it's super exciting. I think it is something that, as for me, myself, a campus principal, has always wanted. And from this, it gives us definitely goals and what to strive for each campus, for our campuses alone and district-wide, to make us the premier district.
The strategic plan will serve as our North Star for how we lead this district. It will help schools develop their school improvement plans to be aligned to the district plan. It will help departments in their service of those schools create plans that will support schools in service of that strategic plan. It will help our board members in terms of directions going forward. It will help us think about how we budget, because as we create a school budget, that budget will also be aligned to the strategic plan. And so it really is a guiding document. It will change, it will evolve, but it will keep us focused, and it will keep us the key priorities of our mission to educate every child with excellence and strength.
I think this is a huge step, and people in the district and community have seen this and have seen the progress in the past year, and the progress that'll come in the next years because of what the building stones that we're putting in place at this point.
So from the beginning, we wanted this process to encompass everyone, a really diverse group of people, not just a plan that was developed by central administration or campus leaders. And I'm happy to say that as we ended the process and we have developed a strategic plan, all stakeholders in our district have had a say. And that's really exciting to look at. This is Montgomery ISD's plan.
And to be part of the process, hands down, some of the best work that I think Montgomery's ever done.